some warm up, some strengthening, some posture. From there, we're going to go to some bench if you have it. If you don't have a bench, it's some foot movement. And then we'll do our impacts and more vigorous things. So let's go ahead. We'll get the feet planted about hip width apart. Let's reach forward. Squeeze your seat as we do a backward arm circle. Let's do another one. Feeling the air coming in as you reach out, air going out as you come down. Let's go to the sides. Lean over, reach up, and back to the center. So we're stretching the ribs so that breathing is deeper and reaches more of your lungs. And then let's turn the palms forward, pull back a little and take a breath in and a breath out. Okay. We'll bring the hands here and we'll rotate. We want to twist everything in the body. So you can soften that squeeze of the seat a little. And we'll watch the hand as we straighten one arm, go all the way back and forward, and the other arm all the way back and forward. Each side again, all the way back and forward and around and forward. And then go ahead, we'll do some breaststroke, pulling back. Now have your palms face each other, thumbs up, and we're going to do a breaststroke with the palms facing forward like that. So it rotates the shoulder out, a little bit more strengthening for the postural muscles, pulling back, and let's come down, and let's go ahead, open and close the hands, bring them to the front, and then pedal in the wrists, and then out to the sides, and let's circle in the wrists, and circle the other way. All right, and bring the arms down, and then we're gonna have the chair where you're facing the seat of the chair. So you're facing the seat of your chair, and we're going to start with a back strengthener. So this has some similarity with what we do on the ground, hands and knees, lifting an arm and a leg. But now we're going to use the chair. So let's start with, take a big step back from your chair. And we want to end up with our elbows on the seat of the chair. And then go ahead and step both of your legs back, and you're in this plank position on your chair with your elbows supporting you. So you're on the ball of your feet and your elbows. Your gaze should be toward the seat of your chair, and then pull the belly in, and let's lift one leg and lower and lift the other leg and lower. So we're working on these back muscles. Lift a leg back and lower, and the seat muscles. Lift the other leg and lower, and then let's step forward. And we'll go ahead, put the hands on the chair, and now, or if it bothers your wrists, you can put your fists. And we're going to lift one leg back and really work on the seat muscles, and then the opposite hand to the chair, and maybe reach forward with that hand. And we'll come down, and we'll lift the opposite leg out, trying to get the leg parallel to the floor, and then opposite arm to the back of the chair to kind of get steady with your balance, and then reach that arm out. So we're doing a very good strengthener.
One hand there, one foot there.
And then down. Let's go ahead your hands to your hips. Use your back muscles to come up. Let's take a breath in, a breath out. And I could, let's try it again.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll turn my chair a little different angle. Maybe it'll help. Trying to see what helps. Okay, so we're bending over, both hands to the chair,
Okay.
fists.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then we're going to take one leg straight to the back. So you're standing on one foot. Now the opposite hand, so find your other arm to the back of the chair. Just hold on to the chair for a sec. And then if you feel steady, reach that arm out.
Great.
And you lift your leg and your arm, and you're using all the back muscles. And then we'll bring that arm down, bring that leg down. And we're back to the starting position. Then we want to try it on the other side. Legs straight to the back. Other arm to the back of the chair. So you kind of find your balance on that. And then reach that arm forward. Lift the arm and the leg a little to activate the muscles. And we'll bring that down. And then let's bring the hands to the hips again. And we'll come up. And let's take a breath in and a breath out. Open and close the hands. Backward, shoulder circle. And then circling the wrists one way and then the other way. Okay. Kind of on that same vein, but standing up.
No.
It's not on mute.
Yeah, I'm going to try muting all again. There we go. Although it was good to get the feedback. Okay, so we'll lift opposite and arm and leg. So the leg going back, arm going forward. And we'll go to the other side. And as we do that, we're trying to go to the toe and really trying to use the back muscles when we reach up and bring the leg back. Great back strengthener. And if we go to the toe, you get that calf strengthening and that balance. And quite a bit of exercise. A breath in and a breath out. And now we're going to use the bench or the floor for some focused work on the hips. So you want your bench. And because it's a little tricky, I'm going to put a chair to the side of my bench, so the back of the chair is toward the bench. And if you don't have a bench, the foot movements are good without a bench too. And so the focus will be, we'll be focusing on one hip and doing some steps over the bench. And then we'll do the same thing focusing on the other hip. So we're just going to focus on one hip. So let's take the hip. We're going to lift and then step down, straighten the leg all the way, lift the knee up, and we're going to step down. The same leg will lift off the bench and then back to the bench. And we want to lift up, come to the knees, straighten that leg all the way, and behind. So this foot, it lifts off the bench and returns to the bench over and over. So we'll lift up and down, up, forward, up, back to the bench, knee lift, behind, lift, the bench, up and down, and focus on contracting these hip muscles, up and back. We do that little lift, up, little lift behind, and up and down. So by now we're hoping to feel a little fatigue starting in that hip lift to the bench, a lift behind. And let's bring the feet together, a deep breath in and out. And then we'll lead off with the other leg. And you have your chair here, especially the first few times. And if you use a chair, think of a light touch. So that's mostly balance and strength. So we'll do that. A lift into the bench and up and over. Lift the back leg to the bench, up and over. A lift to the bench, up and over, and a lift to the bench, up and over. A lift to the bench, up and over. Last one, lift the back foot to the bench, up and over. So trying to work on the bone density of that hip. Let's take a breath in and a breath out. And we're going to do a little bit on the seat muscles, and then we'll go to some side stepping. So this one is simpler. Step forward, straight leg back, back, down. Forward, kick back, back, and 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 down. Kick back, back, and down. And then we're going to turn the bench sideways. And to perfect our side lunge, we'll lunge over the bench. So go ahead. If you need help with balance, your chair would go in front of the bench, where you have a place to lightly place a hand. But we're going to stand to the side, and we're just going to lunge right over that bench. So knee up high and over, and get over in our lunge, and then we're going to come back. So keeping your shoulders up. The chair is there if you need it for your hands. That high knee lift, coming over, stick your seat out, your chest forward so your back is flat. And then we'll spring back, that big step, and back in. And we'll do that again, up and over, and really sticking your seat out, your chest forward, flat back, and back. And this time we'll step over and just go right over the bench. So a big step to the side, big step. Make sure you got room for your other foot, and we'll bring it over. Okay, and then let's go back the other way, a step, big side lunge, and back together. A big side lunge, seat out, and back together. And another one. And get that big step, even if you don't have a bench, that big knee lift. And then let's just step over and then bring the other foot over. And take a deep breath in and a breath out. And we'll go ahead. We're done with the benches. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we'll start some impacts now. So for the impacts, if you have an option to be on a hardwood floor or a cement floor, you get more benefit than if you're on a carpet. So just recommending that if you can just change where you're standing slightly and get the benefit of being on a firm floor, I'd recommend that you do that just for this part. Okay, so there we go. Sorry about that. So we're going, striking the heels firmly into the ground, and we'll speed it up. Lift the heart, shoulders back and down, and we'll go toes out. Squeeze your seat, feel your belly contract a little more, and we'll go toes in. Really trying to keep that pressure into the heels. And toes forward, and we're going to separate. Keeping that firm stride into the heel. And we're going to a toe walk. And even a jog. And double time. And we'll separate a little back in. Just feel how those hip muscles work when you go out to the side. And a heel walk. So my toes are lifted. And I'm going to speed that up. And this one, I'm going to go side to side. Feeling the hip muscles getting tired with all that demand. Settle, breath in. Another breath. Getting ready for some stomp, 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 and jump. Or you could just keep stomping. Stomp, 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 jump. Or if you don't want to jump, you can always just stomp. And we're about ready to double time it. Stomp, 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 jump. Jump. Stomp. Jump. Jump. Last one. And kind of loosely jog, pedal. You want to travel a bit. Let's go forward. Let's go back. Forward. And back. Okay. And a breath in and out. Let's kind of shake the legs out. And we're gonna get ready to do a few lunges before we sit. So let's go ahead. Let's start with some forward lunges. And as we do the lunges, we're going to loosen up the hands again. So let's go ahead to a flat foot. We'll do a forward lunge. And we bend both knees. And then check to make sure you can see your toe in front of your knee. Let's open and close in the hands. And we'll bring those hands back down and bring the feet back together. Let's step forward with the other foot. And then check the position of your lunge. We're kind of getting things set for more lunging, where your legs kind of remember where they need to be. Open and close to the front. And coming down. And we'll come back. We're going to bring our hands up like this and do a forward lunge. If you feel like it's not quite right, you might check to make sure you can feel your toes. Move the elbows forward and out, and do a backward elbow circle to work on the upper back muscles for posture. Let's bring the elbows forward as we bring them down. We'll step back, and we'll go to the other leg, stepping forward. Positioning yourself, shoulders back over the hips. We'll bring the elbows forward and out. Backward elbow circle. And then elbows forward, and as we come down, we bring those legs back. We'll take a breath in and a breath out. Let's lunge to the front. And then this time, let's bring the back leg forward. And now we're going to go to a backward lunge. And so up, and we land on the ball of the foot, bend the knees, and then once again, check in that you see your toes beyond the front knee. Check in with your shoulders back over the hips. We're going to bring the hands to the front, glue the heel of the hand together, spread the elbows. We're going to go side to side. Lower the hands a little, side to side, a little more stretch. Okay, and then we'll bring that leg forward. And we'll go to the other side, to the ball of the foot, back. Making sure your front knee is in back so you could plant and see your toes. We're going to interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, and go overhead for that really good stretch in the fingers and the wrists. Bring the hands to the head. And then as we bring the hands down, we'll bring that foot forward. Other leg back. Stabilizing your lunge. Interlace your fingers the opposite way, so other forefinger comes closer to your face. Elbows forward, push forward, and that lift overhead. So from your palms down to your hips, you're one long straight line toward the ceiling. We'll bring those down to the head, and then as we lower the arms, bring your leg forward. Great. Let's go ahead and we're going to lunge to the side. Breath in first. So we'll bring our arms out as we lunge to the side this time. And so that lunge, toes are staying forward, but your seat goes out behind. Your weight is all over on that one leg. We're going to lift the opposite leg a couple times, and then let's circle in the wrists. Over here and circle the other way. And then go ahead and we'll step back into the center and get ready to lunge to the other side. Arms are out. That up and over type of movement. Really stick the seat out toward the wall behind you. And let's circle in the wrists. So those arms wide, you feel this in your postural muscles quite a lot. The shoulder muscles. Gonna lift that other leg. And we'll come back. And we'll circle the shoulders back. And then as we stand here, go ahead and circle the face. And then we'll circle the other way. Relax the neck after that arm lifting. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and get our chairs. And if you have weights, we want to go ahead and get our weights. And we're going to bring the weights up like this to the shoulders. Elbows stay right in at your sides. Okay, and then we're sticking the seat way out behind you. If you need to do anything to make sure your seat is over your chair, maybe take a look. This is a good time to do it. We're going to straighten the arms, bend, touch down, lift back up. Straighten the arms and bend. Your palms can face each other. Touch down, lift back up. So when we're in this position, holding the weights, your back muscles are really working. Straighten and bend, touch down and lift part way, straighten and bend, touch down. We'll do one more of those. Part way up, feet and knees equally separated, back is flat, and we'll slowly go down. And we can put our weights down, take our shoes off. Okay. All right, and we're gonna do a few more exercises. So as we've done a lot of back strengthening. You see that's going to be a little dark. Okay, so we're going to move, do a little more seated. So we'll separate the knees and the feet. We're going to cross the arms. And then keeping the back flat, we're going to bend at the hips and bring your hands just below your knees on your shin. And then we're going to uncross the arms and give a lift. And then cross your arms the other way. You give a light touch, a lift. So like a bird taking off, really lifting your wings. And a lift. And we're going to stretch those muscles with the cross. A lift. And a cross. And a lift. And across. Then we're going to go ahead and lift with a flat back. We'll go ahead and sit up. And we're going to lean to the side, one side, and the other side. Pull in the belly. We're using now belly and back. Not to mention shoulders, holding up your heavy arms. And over. Over. And let's go ahead, we'll bring the hands in and we'll do a side bend and we'll do that. Pull the elbow toward the hip using the muscles on the side of your trunk. A pull and center and to pull and center, pull and center. And we'll bring the arms back, shoulders wide, and we're gonna lean forward, keeping a flat back as far as you can. So your trunk goes between your knees some, and then we're gonna tuck the chin, pull in the belly, curl up, and then slowly unroll. Unrolling your low back, middle, upper back, head comes last. And again, that flat back with the shoulders wide, and then we curl up. And unroll. And we're going to bring our arms up like this again. And we're going to bring the legs in closer and come to the tippy toes. We'll work on some stomach strengthening. That twist toward the knee as you lift it. To get the muscles that cross the abdomen and in a diagonal. I'm trying to keep my back straight. I'm just using my twisting muscles, and of course the leg lifting helps get the stomach muscles involved. And we'll bring the hands down and circle the shoulders back. And then coming halfway forward in the chair, we're going to put the feet flat. We're going to just put the hands on the thighs and put about 5 pounds of force into the thighs and feel how that straightens your back. So we want the shoulders back and down as you push. It's not pushing your shoulders up. Shoulders stay down. As you push, it straightens your back. And as we hold that, we're going to go ahead and lift and separate the toes and then curl the toes. So that as we do this, is using the muscles on both sides of your feet, the top of your feet and the bottom of your feet. This is about foot strengthening and foot agility. So I'm giving that push, elbows stay in, shoulders stay back and down, lifting, so I'm just lifting my toes, ball of the foot's on the ground, curling the toes. So now it's the tip of my toes and the heel are on the ground. Foot flat, and then lift just your toes and try to spread your toes apart from each other and curl. Feet flat, lift and spread, and then curl. Keep this firm pressure on your thighs. So it's a pushing, and now we're going to rock the ankle. So it's if my hands were your feet, I'm rocking out and in on my feet. So let's rock to the outside border of the foot where the inside border comes up. Firm pressure here to keep your thighs from moving. Inside border of the foot. So if you look at your knees, they stay equally separated. Outside border, inside border. Outside, inside. So it's to work only on the ankles and the feet. No movement at the hips or the knees. Out and in, out and in, out and in. And then keeping this feeling of contraction through the trunk, we're going to drop the hands and we're going to pedal. And as you go back and forth, we're trying to go to the very tip toe. It takes a lot of ankle flexibility and foot strength to come way up to the tip toe. And now we're going to do that in a tango rhythm. So it's a slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick. But we're going to change that a little to a knee lift. So 2 knee lifts, up, down, up, and then pedal, pedal, other side, up, down, up, pedal, pedal, switch, down, up, pedal, pedal, up, down, up, pedal, pedal. Then we'll take a breath in and a breath out. So we started our tango review there. Let's do an arm circle. And we get up, snap, snap, around, down, snap, snap, front, up, snap, snap to the back, and down, snap, snap. Well, now, give that hands here. 5 pounds of pressure each hand to get the back straight, and then to hold it, you have to pull in the belly and keep the back muscles contracted. Elbows are in so that you're using back and not these shoulder muscles up there. Little push, and then keep that belly contracted, keep that back straight, and we're gonna do that, a kick. So it's up, out, up, and then a quick pedal, pedal, other side up, straighten, lift, pedal, pedal, lift, straighten, lift, pedal, pedal, lift, straighten, lift, pedal, pedal. A breath in and a breath out. And then one other leg movement I want to practice is a double kick. So and we want to fully straighten the knees with that kick. So part of the purpose for this is for knee health. So again, see if you can find that position. Straight back, stomach in, trunk muscles very engaged, and we'll do a double kick, kick, bend, kick, and then a pedal, pedal, and we'll do the other side, kick, bend, kick, pedal, pedal. So the kick is vigorous to fully straighten the knee, kick, bend, kick, pedal, pedal, kick, bend, kick, pedal, pedal. And we need a little back relaxation. Let's once again lean forward, flat back, curl up, unroll. And I want to practice an arm movement that is unique to the tango. We do arm to the side and then other hand over to that shoulder. So it's arm, hand, and then we'll look to that side, head, and then 2 snaps, snap, snap. Let's go to the other side. So arm out to the shoulder and the head, snap, snap. Arm out to the shoulder, the head, snap, snap, arm out to the shoulder and the head, snap, snap, and out to the side. And the way we finish is this over, 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 touch, reach. And let's go ahead, a breath in and a breath out. Circle the shoulders back. And then with the dance music, one of our goals is to keep this energy of the trunk muscles the whole time. As with dancing, part of it is maintaining this very upright, commanding posture. So let's go ahead, before I start the music, hands on the thighs, that firm 5-pound push. You feel your belly contract and feel your back contract. And we're trying to maintain this for the entire 3 minutes that we're going to do these movements. There we go. So we're just backward shoulder circle and a breath in, one arm. Nice looking backs. And we go to the pedaling. So quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, straight back, slow, quick, quick, trunk muscles working hard. Up, pedal, pedal, up, down, up. Now with the kick, up, out, up, pedal, pedal. Pull in the belly, keep the straight back. Kick, lift, pedal, pedal, last one. Now we back, curl up, unroll, and down. Getting ready now the kicks, double kick, bend, kick, pedal, pedal, kick, bend, kick, bend, kick, bend, kick. And then arm to the top, snap, snap, down, back. Other arm, snap, snap, back. Now touch, forward, reach, snap, snap, shoulders, down, down, snap, snap, touch, front, front, touch, down. Now, hand, shoulder, head, snap, snap, hand, shoulder, head, hand, shoulder, head, hand, shoulder, head, unwind, lean, touch, reach, lean, touch, reach, touch, reach, smile. All done with that. Okay, so we work on these dance movements. It's kind of like Simon Says, you're following me, you're seeing, you're reacting quickly. It's good for your brain being able to control your body. And we're building strength, especially in the core muscles, as we maintain that very good posture with the movements. Okay, from here, we're going to go to using the weights. So we can set the chairs aside. You can wear your shoes or not wear your shoes, whatever you prefer. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start kind of to the back. And we'll separate the feet about as wide as the shoulders. And we're gonna actually, when we're holding our weights here, we're gonna bend both knees, keeping a flat back. We're gonna see if we can take the weights to the ground and lift up a little. My hands are forward here. My seat is out, my back is flat, and then I'm gonna try to pull the shoulders back a little so I'm flat across my upper back. And I'm gonna move my hands real fast. In this squat, I'm gonna raise. I'm gonna stick my seat out. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna come down. And then I'm gonna change it, arms straight. Back and forth like this. I'm gonna come up, flat back. I'm gonna speed it up. Really feel your stomach muscles work when you speed that up as you're coming up and down. Let's come up this time. And we'll bring the arms out to the sides, down and back. A breath in, a breath out. Another breath in, And a breath out. And I just have that piece of paper. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to pick up our weights in a minute. We're going to swing little knee bends, flat back, seat sticking out behind you. And then standing up, we'll do a little side to side. And then now we're going to do that squat again. And we're going to pick up our weights. We'll bring them up to the shoulders and we'll stand. And this is kind of like we did, we used the chairs at the beginning of class. I'm going to separate my feet about hip width apart and I'll come down and up, straighten and bend. Come down, really going as low as I can in that squat with my seat going behind me. So my knees don't really go forward. My seat goes back, shoulders come forward, back flat. And this time I'm gonna keep my weights here. And I'm gonna do a forward lunge. So to a flat foot to the front, up and over, out, and bend both knees, maybe check to make sure I see my toes there. And I'm going to do an overhead with my elbows staying, coming down to the front. I'll come back, and I'm going to the other foot. Flat foot forward, bend both knees, and then to work on that reaching up. And I am going for a straight elbow. If you have one arm or you don't go overhead, you could just do another one of these with that arm. Let's switch it up, do each leg again. That big step, straight elbow, slow and controlled, and back, up to the front, and bending. And then this time, let's go ahead and bring that back foot forward. And we're gonna do a back lunge now. We're gonna get rid of one weight. So you can bend over and put it on the ground. And we're just gonna use one weight. So in the opposite hand of your forward lunge. And we're gonna come down to the ankle and then out to the side. Down toward the ankle and out to the side. And down to the ankle and out to the side. And then let's go ahead and we'll bring that leg forward. We'll switch hands. And we'll do a back lunge. The other foot, bend both knees, check for your front toe, down to the ankle, out to the side. And you could keep one hand on your thigh. That helps with stability. This is like that lawnmower move. This time as we raise it, let's bring the back foot forward. And then we'll go ahead, just take this overhead, squeeze your seat, squeeze your belly, and we'll do a side bend to each side. And we want to pick up our other weight. And we're going to do an exercise for the arms that involves a kickback. So we're going to start with our arms wide. We're we're going to bring them in, out, forward, and then as we lift, we'll kick with one leg. In, out, forward, kick with the other leg, in, out, forward, kick, in, close the book, open the book, forward, kick, in, out, forward, kick. Okay, and let's bring those weights down and then kind of loose rotation. Your chance to stretch your back, stretch your shoulders, your elbows and wrists, everything rotating a little bit. And we'll come to one side and we're going to now do some side lunges. So as we lunge to the side, we'll bring that weight out on that side. So a lunge, get centered over that leg. We'll bring the other weight out and let's come in and pull back. Touch and back, getting those upper back muscles and back, touch and back. Hold those elbows back and we'll bring this leg over to that side. Let's lunge to the other side and we'll touch and pull back. So this is really working on postural muscles. When you pull those elbows back, it's kind of like you wanted to pull your elbows to each other. And then let's touch, pull back, and come to the center. Straighten your arms. And circle the shoulders back. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and we have our one more movement that we're going to do with a squat. So this one, feet somewhat separated, flat back, and we're going to bring the weight up to your waist, elbow back toward the ceiling, and then straighten the arm and back to the waist. And then we'll do the other side. So we'll alternate back into the waist, other arm back into the waist, back into the waist. Now you don't have to watch me. Much easier on your neck if your gaze is on the floor, about 8 feet in front of you or 6 feet. Straighten into the waist. We're going kind of for slow control and straighten the arm to the waist, and we'll come up. And let's go ahead and put the weights down. We'll open and close the backward arm circle. We're going to bring our feet close together. We're going to bend the knees, encircle in the knees. Another way to take care of the knees, bend forward, let's circle the other way. And that little bit of rotation and stretch. And then we're going to circle the knees out and around. This, separate your feet a little. So your knees are separating as you roll around, and then we'll change direction, pressing back and out to the sides. And then shaking the legs out. Okay, we're going to do that breaststroke where the palms face out, or actually, so the palms start together. Thumbs going back.
And then we'll just leave the arms back and lower them, tighten your seat, and we'll do our 5 deep, vigorous breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Circling back